So you've signed up to be a small group leader and you're probably asking a lot of questions right now. Like, what am I supposed to do to get ready? I remember the first time Johnny and I led a small group. It was a small group and we were still in our 20s. And I felt ill-equipped. Am I old enough? Do I have the right house? I mean, I felt so insecure about my home and the things that we could provide to some couples that were older than us and some that were the same age. And so I just want to kind of give you some ideas to think, some things to think about as you go into preparing for your first small group night, or maybe you're revisiting it or it's you're coming back again this semester. What do you need to do this year to prepare for small groups? And I'll start with just some of the logistical things, because we all, as if you're a woman, you're probably already thinking these things. If you're a guy, you might not be. I don't know. Maybe you are. What kind of snacks do I need to have for my first night or every night? I would say this. Be careful what snacks you pick for the first night, because the expectation going forward might be that you'll always have, if you do a whole meal, you're gonna have to have a whole meal every single time. And I remember my mom used to do that, and she would get so exhausted because she had to make a pot of soup or something for the whole night, for every small group night, and she ended up not loving that. So I would say this, start small. The Publix brownies with the icing on the top, they're my favorites, and they almost taste homemade. So just grab those and put them on a plate, or don't, and just leave it like that. Chips and salsa, great choice. A little salty, a little brownie, something sweet, and that's it. Because here's the thing, they're not coming for the food. You do want to set up a place where, everybody has fellowship and food does bring that, but you don't want to overdo it, because then you kind of have to keep that going or upkeep that or whatever. But I would just challenge you to really be specific and intentional on your snacks. It says a lot about the environment that you're creating. And it's not about the snacks, so don't make it about that. And it's not about the cleanliness of your home. Who cares? I mean, I would say this. You don't necessarily want people to sit down and have like graham crackers on their tush after they get up. But at the same time, if it's keeping you from being a small group leader, don't let it. Don't let it. There are times where I have stressed about my home, and it ended up being one of the best small group nights. And if I would have canceled, it would have been a blessing lost. And so I would say, don't let your home be a hindrance or a stopping point for you to have small group. And then also, you need to talk about with your small group, you need to, contact your leader or your people that are attending. Contact your, what are we calling those? The people that attend. There you go. Your small group people need to know some of the details going into it. So make sure you've reached out and you've told them some things about what to expect. And then also decide how you're gonna do childcare if you have childcare. I will just tell you, Johnny and I do a group in this season with no kids invited. And that might sound uninviting, but we have found too many small kids running around can distract from the learning. And so we've encouraged everyone to just get their own childcare at home, and then that babysitter can put the child to bed, and the mom and dad get to come home to a quiet house, hopefully. And it's a better night. So we've encouraged our small group to get their own babysitters, but you can really do that anyway. You can get maybe one house hosts the children, and one house is the small group time. I don't know how you want to do that, but you need to talk about it maybe with some of the people in your group. And so those are just some of the things that I know going into first time leading that could make you question what to do. So hopefully that helps. And now really for the part that matters the most, I would say this: to prepare to be a small group leader, I believe it's a lot like watering a garden. I heard this, I'm stealing this idea. So that's one tip to being a small group leader. You can steal ideas from everybody. But I heard this, you can't have a great garden grow if you've never watered it, if you've never put fertilizer on the dirt. So if you want to have a great small group this year, I would say have a daily walk with the Lord. I don't care what time of day it is. It can be first thing in the morning. It can be last thing at night. But if you want to have things to talk about with your group, and you want to lead from a place of well-wateredness, that's not a word, but I made it up, I would say make sure you're daily working on your garden, that you're reading the Word of God. A little or a lot. One verse can be a thought for an entire day. That's preparation. Make sure you've talked to the Lord about the things that matter to you. He cares. I would say, just living that lifestyle day to day makes you fully prepared to lead anywhere. And it's amazing when you read a verse in the morning, or you've been focusing on one all week long, it's amazing how that comes up as you are talking to other people, and how God has already prepared you because you went to His Word. He's like, I've got this for you. You don't even have to, He equipped you in the moment and you didn't even realize it was happening. So I just want to challenge you to get into the Word of God. Be ready, prepared that way, more than the brownies, more than the dog hair off the floor. Getting into the Word of God, it's going to be your best preparation going into this year. And so I'm just praying for you. I pray it's an incredible year and that you will grow together and lead from a place that God has equipped and made you ready.